All right, green zone. Okay, a little explanation. What is the green zone? I've talked about this in other videos. If you don't get them, I just want to briefly do it. I won't waste too much of your time. Franco's going to be down, okay? And let's turn this way, Franco. Okay, so this is the red zone. If Franco's arms are out, you know the drill. Franco's legs are going to be straight up, so you can see as if he was laying down in a cross position. Everything underneath his armpits and arms is the red zone. The reason I call this the red zone is what most people do if you pull your legs up, Franco, they'll start to say Toriano and pass, and they'll stop. Those of you at home that are watching this to say you don't do that, you probably do that, okay? All of us do that. It's really common nature. There's another thing, he doesn't matter if you're here and you do this, people stop here. And what usually happens is they'll have 1 foot in the green zone, 1 foot in the red zone. The problem with this now, if I turn this way, is if I have 1 foot in and 1 foot out, Franco, without doing anything at all, can just take his hand on the inside, he can grab my leg. He can also just turn his hip over and he can be there, or his outside leg can come over and touch me, and then I have to get into a fight that I do not want to get into. When you understand and you're constantly, your goal is to get into the green zone to start the match, you are so far ahead of them that they are immediately reacting to you. I know that I say this all the time and constantly, but that to me is what jiu-jitsu is. I want to do something that causes Franco to have a reaction, okay? So, we talked about, and say the last DVD, okay? If I'm here, okay, and Franco reaches up, okay, and I'm to pop this off, Franco now has to react to that. If he doesn't react to it, I'm just gonna come forward, I'm gonna pass the guard knee cut. So same thing with the U-grip that we just did. If I pop Franco down and do this, he now has to react. Okay, so start right here. Go right there. Put your arm down. Okay, so guys, from this position here, red zone, green zone. If I step over, this is what makes it the green zone. I'll come here so you can see. Green zone is when Franco has to open up his shoulders. So by open up my shoulders, I mean he has to reach behind him like this. You can do so many things like this. You can grab, you can pull, you can push, and you can do all those things like this as well, but you are much, much more limited when you are reaching up. So Franco has to open up his shoulders now and reach back to try to put his feet, hands, and all this on me. He actually has to lift his tailbone and his spine up into the air to try to put his feet on me as well, okay? Now, getting into the green zone is one thing, but understanding the green zone and understanding the reactions the person is going to have, that is a major, major factor in being able to control your opponent and stay ahead of them when passing the guard. But it's really, really important that you try, I believe, when you're passing to get into the green zone, outside passing especially. If you are going to be up on your feet, stopping in this zone is something that's going to cause you complications and much, much more work when it comes to passing the guard or keeping your opponent from getting you back into some sort of offensive or even defensive guard that's going to tie you up. We don't want their legs to tie us up. We know that. We know that we want to stay out of any type of guard whatsoever. The green zone area is the safest because there are no legs involved. And here I know that Franco is constantly trying to turn his spine the opposite direction to get his feet, hands, and etc. on me to get me back into the red zone, which would be much, much more comfortable and offensive for him, yeah. So that is the explanation of the green zone. So when you hear me say that during this instructional, that's what I'm talking about, is to getting into that area behind the shoulders to where your opponent would have to reach for you. And yeah. Anything else on that? Just said it all?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Thanks, guys.